Well, this is interesting. Even though honestly, I shouldn't expect too much. In fact, I should only expect what needs to be expected. We currently have our latest subject locked at sight. I guess the council figured since this one was fresh off the grill that we should start it small. At a site that didn't hold too many world-breaking anomalies. Hell, not even world-breaking, just simply those that like to cause some sort of mayhem at the sites they're being contained. The council is funny like that. This is basically the sixth subject. You would think, after going through that many, that the council would expose this one to more intense stimuli. I can't blame them though. It would be odd and out of place to put a subject who many Foundation personnel witnessed just violently themselves, only to just suddenly reappear like nothing happened. It also doesn't help that we had to nearly anesthetize the entire staff because the council demands we keep this on the hush-hush. If I can't really share my thoughts with anyone else, other than my inside assistant and the council, I may as well record them here. It's not like I'm doxing myself or anything. The O5s won't find this here until I'm long gone. I made sure of that. Of course, as the main lead of projects BaphoMolixis, it is my job to keep an eye on our subject while taking notes of any advancements made in their genetic and environmental resilience, to include but not limited to cognito, mimetic, anti-mimetic hazards, temporal, reality bending. You get the picture. We want this thing, or rather, its body, to be what you would call a self-learning computer. One that can soft lock and reboot itself whenever something goes wrong. In other words, if we can get this to work, we can save ourselves on the number of T-class we are throwing at some of these things we keep here. Obviously, we as members of the O5 Council can't exactly the fact that the significant supplies of obtaining D-class personnel for research and containment of anomalies have been declining since out to the general Foundation populace. So why not attempt to create a D-class that can learn from their mistakes? Not just consciously, but both unconsciously and subconsciously. At least, that's the working theory behind Project BaphoMolixis. Oh dear. It seems that I got an unpleasant email from Site Director Alphonse. Poor LZ. I always have him put up with so much crap in dealing with our subject. Honestly, I wasn't counting on the fact that this would develop feelings of empathy and sympathy. Although, it does make sense, considering the amount of exposure it was given to those sub-story anomalies. It only makes sense that it would pick up something unwarranted. Either way, I think I'll send Azzy a reply and plan to meet up with him. I just hope he's still just happy enough to see me.